What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another review. Today's review is going to be a review on the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2, the final challengers Fei Long. Now, this is a figure that I have been hyped for about a year, pretty much a year. Ever since this was announced and kind of revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, I could not wait for this thing to come out. And let me tell you guys, this has been on my hunt list for months. Been trying to find this thing everywhere. Could not find it. I even work at Target and could not find it. I had pretty much gave up and happened to check on Mercari and found a seller that was selling it for, it was like 35 bucks with like $7 shipping, whatever. I'll just say it. Ended up shooting the dude for an offer for 28 and he accepted. So as you guys, if you guys know, and you guys have been hunting for this thing goes for stupid amounts of money. I've seen people pay 50, 60 bucks for this thing. I personally don't think it's worth paying that much, and I for sure was not going to pay that much. Wouldn't even pay 40 bucks for this thing. So I'm super stoked that I was able to get it for a fairly reasonable price. I'm gonna call it and say that this thing might be figure of the year for me. From the reviews that I've seen, this thing has definitely exceeded the hype and is definitely worth the money and then some. Let's get into the packaging. As you can see, this is synonymous for Street Fighter 2. I love this packaging. It looks like an arcade machine. You got the buttons, you got the marquee, so to speak, you got the health bar. This thing just is just straight up from an arcade machine back in the 90s, 80s, 90s. On the side, you do get character artwork for characters. You have Ryu, E Honda, Cammy. Can't see you. This one is kind of blocking, but whatever. And on the back, you do get what looks like a character select screen, which is super dope. You get the characters in this first wave, as well as potential characters that we may see down the line. So this is absolutely sweet. I'm excited. I have to say, I'm not a huge Street Fighter fan. I remember playing Street Fighter EX3 back on the PS2. And that was my game. I love that game. And it wasn't even my game. It was my friend's game, and I used to just go over his house and just want to play the thing for nonstop. And then you get some other characters on the back. You do get Vega. Can't even tell who these are. And as you can see, I'm a total Street Fighter noob. Don't really know that many characters. Truth be told, I don't even know who the hell Fei Long is. I just know that he looks straight up like Bruce Lee. He's inspired by Bruce Lee. And that's, what more reason do you possibly need? And real quick, before we get into the figure itself, I gotta say I like their style of background. This is super cool. This would be great for like a detail if you just want to have the figure here. This thing is so sweet, and it's cool to see that they went the extra mile to make it look authentic. Now, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of these type of things, but if you're interested in just keeping it as a display and a detail, highly recommend it for sure. And looking at the figure itself, this is how the figure looks outside of the packaging, and I just gotta say, what presence this thing has. This thing is a beast. It's such a simple figure, but my god, this thing looks super dope. You can see all the details on the figure itself, the way it looks, the sculpting, you know, the musculature. This thing is crazy. And then for the accessories that he does come with, you know, he does come with 2 alternative hands. These are the open kind of karate stance hands right there. You get an alternate head. This is kind of a more, well, I'm gonna be honest, it looks kind of derpy. But it's still cool nonetheless. I believe it's supposed to be like an action kind of action face. And then you do get a flame effect for his legs, which looks super cool. Very nice translucent plastic. This thing just looks super cool. Even if you lit it up, I don't have a light that I can really show, but this thing will just shine. Super dope. So that's awesome. I really like it. And for the figure itself, man, you do get nice articulation right here. Nothing feels loose. You get tilting, and yeah, this thing gets really expressive. These shoulders do go out, and probably just have to hit it with a little bit of like shock oil to loosen it up. He does get the You do get the butterfly joints. He does get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. You get a hinge and a swivel. There you go, looks nice. And then for the torso, you do get a diaphragm cut. And then you do get articulation in the waist as well. You do get a swivel. And then for the legs, you also get go out, up. You get some swivel too. Might be a little bit more sturdy because I just opened mine. And then you do get a double jointed knee with a, oh, you do get swivel. Oh, that's nice. You get a swivel. And then you do get a hinge too. So I really like the movement on this. This thing is super dope. And my favorite thing is the articulation going back. This thing just looks crazy. It's super nice. And again, just gotta hit it with some spray, but for just how it looks and feels, this thing feels awesome. It's very sturdy. It's not gonna break on you. It doesn't feel like it's, you can already start to get it in different poses. And just like that, simple pose, you know, tell me that this doesn't look good, that this doesn't look intimidating, to say the very least. All right, and this is how the figure looks with the alternative head, as well as the open hands, and looks good. I'm doing a horrible job at posing. I'm just trying to show you guys what it looks like, but this definitely gives you import vibes. That's the thing that I feel when I switched out the hands and the head. For this being a domestic figure, this does not feel like it at all. This feels like a premium figure, so I really love what Jada Toys is doing. And I gotta be honest, I know that a lot of people are like, you know, with the price point and everything, like this is a steal, but like people are always like complaining about prices going up, and this is definitely one line that I say that I'm super excited to see them keep going forward. If they did have to do a price hike, right, with just the articulation that they give and the accessories, it's definitely a lot more than Marvel Legends is giving us, or DC Multiverse, I can definitely say that. I wouldn't mind seeing this thing go up in price. Eventually, that may happen with how well this line does, but just for how I'm seeing right now, for them trying to keep it at a moderate price, I'm all for it, man. This is a super dope line, and I want to see it keep going further. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really cannot contain my excitement, to say the very least. Let me get this flame effect going on. And there you go. Look at how simple the flame effect is to be put on. It does add a little bit of weight, I'm not gonna lie. You do feel the weight of it, but I mean, nonetheless, this thing looks super dope. You can get them in different poses. Like I said, I'm gonna hit mine with a little bit of oil to loosen it up, but look at that. You can get a rider kick out this. So this is crazy. So I'm really excited. Now, to answer the question from earlier today, from earlier in the video, is this thing figure of the year? For me personally, I'm gonna say yes. Hands down, I'm gonna say yes. Right now, no one's fucking with this figure. This thing is super dope. Who knows? We'll see. But right now, I'm gonna say this thing is gonna be super hard to top. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think. If you can find it for a decent price, I highly recommend it. This is gonna be a no-brainer, to say the least. If you can get it, cop 2, cop 3. I mean, I only see this thing going up in value. I appreciate all the feedback and all the new subs. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Peace.